Listen up, Disney characters. Welcome to Sebastian the King of Disney channel. My name is Sebastian, and don't watch this video, and stop watching now if you don't want spoilers if you haven't seen GVK yet. That's because of all these, these might be spoilers. So, stop watching and watch GVK in theaters today before it's gone. So anyways, what we're going to do is the first wave of the Godzilla vs. Kong toys. Now, I know, I understand, I already made videos of these toys, but I had to, like, catch you up if you don't know if you haven't went on these toys yet. So, in 2020, when Godzilla vs. Kong toys started coming out, the toys that came out for first wave was the Giant Godzilla, the Battle Damage Skullcrawler, the Godzilla with Radio Tower, Godzilla with Heat Ray, Kong with Battle Axe, and Gigantic Kong. So we're going to give you all one at a time. So let's get started. Alright, so first and foremost, I think we'll start with the Giant Godzilla. So for his box, if you guys haven't seen it, you'll get Giant Godzilla Monsterverse and Godzilla and Kong fighting, and you'll get the movie title with burnt buildings, side Giant Godzilla Mumbo Jumbo. But now, on the back, you get an image of Godzilla fighting Kong on the airplane carrier, and there's a little description, which, sorry if the camera's being a pain in the butt to me, but the description says, "Legends collide as Godzilla and Kong, the two most powerful forces of nature, clash in a spectacular battle for the ages. The monster war rages on the surface and deep within our world, as a spectacular secret realm of the Titans known as the Hollow Earth is revealed." And here's the toy itself. And it almost looks like the same mold as the King of the Monsters model. There's several noteworthy improvements. Now the wrists and ankles move, and the size is perfect. But one thing you'll note, the screw holes are on the opposite side, which will be a pain in the butt. I really hate screw holes being on the toys, because that makes the toy kind of exposed. And articulation is his wrists, ankles, and legs, and arms. And the tail, you will have to attach. If I could just... Oh, shoot! But anyway, there is a cylinder joint on the back here. You just... Come on. Supply some pressure, pops on. If you have a little bit of a problem, just get a hairdryer or dip it into water. So, that's the first toy. Alright, so next up will be the 6-inch Godzilla with Heat Ray. Actually, fun fact, this was, to my knowledge, the first toy I bought at a Walmart. So for the packaging, I don't need to go over again on the Godzilla and Kong fighting, I'll probably say that and the others. You'll get Godzilla with Heat Ray, Battle Damage, Godzilla with Heat Ray on the side, Mumbo Jumbo, and Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, on the back, you get Godzilla with Heat Ray. I'm pretty sure this is a prototype toy, and here are all the other toys that you'll collect. And here is the description. It says, "Harness the awesome power of Godzilla's thunderous roar and devastating tail swipe as the king of the monsters battles Kong to settle an ancient rivalry." You know, you can probably, and I'll let this for you, but you can read it at your own time. And the tail, you will have to attach. There's a ball joint on here. You just apply some pressure and pops on. And you know what? This is one of my favorite toys. The translucent blue spikes are awesome. Articulation is his jaw, arms, legs, and tail. No movements in the ankles, and none at the wrists, not at the head either. And battle damage reveal is, here we go, his rib cage. You just have to put your fingernail in there, and if you don't want to see it, you just put it in there. And his jaw, there is a little bit of a cavity in his mouth, which is used for his atomic breath. So all you have to do is shove it in his mouth like that, and there you go. That's Godzilla with Heat Ray. But there's still a little bit of a mixed bag. How come the blue doesn't end down here? I don't know, but this is one of my favorite Godzilla toys. Godzilla vs. Kong toys in the line. The next Godzilla vs. Kong toy is the Godzilla with radio tower. So, as you can see, he's already out of the box, but now, before we look at this thing, there is a bit of a long story behind this thing. I actually bought it on eBay, because Walmart didn't have it at the time. So anyways, on the front, you get Godzilla with radio tower, and on the back, you get an image of Godzilla grasping the radio tower in his hand. It shows the same thing as the Godzilla with heat ray. I'll just let this for you, but you can read it at your own time. Now, during the second wave, there wasn't a Kong with Firejet or Warbat with Osprey, because I did not know that Warbat was going to be in this movie until I saw the trailer. I mean, that was awesome, Warbat and his gang. So just like the heat ray, the tail you will have to attach, and the battle damage feature is on his chest, and the battle damage is flexible rubber. And here's the radio tower. Now, there is a bit of a long story on the radio tower. It was flexible rubber, but I accidentally broke it in half. There's a little bit of a crack right here, and so I had to use crazy glue. But anyways, Godzilla can actually grasp the radio tower in his hand for some epic destructive action, like throwing it or holding it. And I like how the figures are compatible across the line, so you can insert the atomic breath piece from Heat Ray Godzilla into this figure too. And articulation is the same as and this one features movements in the head. I did not notice that. Still no movements in the ankles, but the tail can go side to side, up and down, or do a 360 spin, and can do a tail slap like that. So the next character is the Kong with Battle Axe. So on the front you see Kong with Battle Axe, same on the side here. And on the back you see Kong with his Battle Axe in his hand. And instead of the Heat Ray Godzilla's description, this one says, "Feel the mighty strength of Kong as he enters the ultimate battle royale against Godzilla with bone-crushing primal strength and a legendary new weapon fit for a king." Now, let's look at the axe before we look at Kong. So, for the axe portion of it, it's a Godzilla spike. It's more like a Godzilla spike. So, I think, if you guys remember, maybe the old school Kong would have made this. An old school Kong. Remember from King Kong versus Godzilla? So maybe, one of his ancestors fought a Godzilla, and that's where the spine comes from. So articulation is Kong's head, arms, hands, legs, and knees. There's no articulation in his feet. And Kong's battle damage reveal is on his bloody arm, which I'm pretty sure that's the same battle damage from Skull Island. I remember seeing a scene where Kong's looking at his little wounded part, and I'm pretty sure that's the same battle damage reveal from Skull Island. Yeah. And that is the Kong with Battle Axe. Alright, so the next toy is the battle damage Skullcrawler with heave vehicle. So, for the box, it says Skullcrawler with heave on the back. And there's Skullcrawler, which I think that's the prototype. I saw a prototype online from the Hong Kong Expo where it was all white. So the description says, "The most dangerous super species on Skull Island, the ferocious Skullcrawler attacks with razor-sharp claws and a whip-lashing tail to dominate opponents in battle." And I'll keep this this for your fans so you can share this, or you can just read this at your own time. Now, there is a bit of a long story behind the Skullcrawler. This is actually my fourth Skullcrawler. That's because the leg on the first one I got was backwards. I then bought a second one from Walmart. But a lot of you are asking, why didn't I just order a replacement part or just kept it? It's because I'm an idiot scientist, of course. And so, I bought a third one off of eBay. But with that out of the way, let me tell you why this figure is... let me show you the heave. Cool. Looks awesome. Stands for Hollow Earth Anti-Gravity Vehicle. And the Skullcrawler, his jaw's open, legs move, and the tail moves. But man, I would just love to have this as a pet. I would feed it something else. And the battle damage feature's on its back. Because I just imagine in the Blu-ray, there's a deleted scene. If there was a deleted scene where Kong saw the Skullcrawler again, and Kong smacked into it, and pacha! You have violence. I kind of wish it had some, like, bones in there. But I do think if I can find a fourth one, we might do the Skull Island family. Yeah, I might. If I can find another Skullcrawler. So yeah, the battle damage Skullcrawler with heave. And now, it's time for the last of the Godzilla vs. Kong 2020 figures. The giant King Kong, or in this case, Giant Kong. So on the box, you see blockbuster movie Godzilla vs. Kong. The original did not have that. The Giant Kong, and on the sides, and on the back, you see Kong ready to punch Godzilla. And now, here's Kong himself. Sorry if the camera angle's not good, so you won't see his face. But anyways, his articulation is his head, arms, hands, feet, and legs. And one thing I noticed, but I have a weird question. I know this is not going to make any sense, but why did they use the original Skull Island scar for the movie? That's actually a scar. How he got the scar is unknown. So to sum it all up, GVK Kong is just Skull Island Kong, but with battle damage. And you'll get a belly button, and there's the screw holes on his back, which are exposed. But this is one reason why someone didn't like the Playmates figure. And what's weird is that the prototype skin is awesome. But what's weirder is that the prototype skin for Giant Godzilla looked black. Before you say anything, to the man who said that this was a bootleg figure, this is not a bootleg figure. You have to be a real idiot to call this a bootleg figure. So overall, for Giant Kong, it is just the awesomest Kong you can get. So overall, for all the Godzilla vs. Kong toys that came out in 2020, they are all awesome. And for this one, it had a prototype skin. It was black. And what's weird is that the prototype skin for Kong with Battle Axe was closed mouth. But hey, at least they're not prototype skins anymore. So overall, for all of them, I suggest you go on to Walmart.com and buy them I think they end in December. Hopefully NECA gets their licenses back, because I am super mad at Playmates for like making them lose their license. But I bet Playmates is jealous. Playmates is jealous. They're jealous because they can't be like NECA. What do you guys think? Do you think that they're jealous? Leave me know in the comments below. So if you'd like to get one of these at Walmart, comment down below which one you would like to buy from Walmart and why, so I can understand. And overall, and that's it. And see you until next time for a second wave. If we do a second wave, remember to like, comment, and share this to people who have not seen Godzilla vs. Kong. And until next time, we will see you in the next video. See you real soon!